Thank you, Mr. Ward, for that fine introduction. My name is Wardy Ward. I'm going to be your cool captain once again on this fantastic voyage. I suggest everybody get in, sit down, and hold on tight because it's about to go down. On the What's Up Aboard podcast, we don't sip tea, we drink Hennessy. You feels me? Before we get started, we're going to ask everybody to hit that like, subscribe, and follow button. It helps me to help you, to help us help everybody. Our motto on this show is everybody has a story to tell. We just want to know yours. With that being said, our guest today certainly fits this criteria. Not only has this man been dropping needed jewels throughout the community, he's able to help others unplug from the matrix with his powerful presence in the public. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and welcome the one and only Chieferony, aka the one to the lab. Here we go. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, W? How you feeling, Ward?
Man, I'm doing good. Glad to have you here. So before we get started, Chieferony, can you tell the audience a little bit about you, where you at and where you coming from and how you helping the community?
Well, I'm in the Midwest, and the first way I help in the community is I make sure that my sons are good members of the community. Everything started home. Don't get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Everything started home. So I make sure my sons and my daughters are model citizens and upcoming. Right now, my youngest boy, I volunteer coach up at the school, volunteer for free, just to make sure that these boys got an opportunity to have a real master in their ear. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
my
Yes,
boy
sir.
is coming out of there, the number 3rd in the state, defensive lineman, 107 tackles on the year. At D-line, that's unheard of with a 3.9. That boy's fine. Yeah. See, and that's how you know when somebody's doing right, is if they thing is going right. Because I can't tell you how to do your thing if I can't do mine.
True that.
Now, I'm from the Midwest. You know, I'm born a youngest of 7, you know, so you had to do a lot of listening instead of talking. And that's the key thing what need to happen with all the youngsters. They need to do more looking and listening. That's why you got 2 ears and 2 eyes and 1 mouth. Because you're supposed to be doing twice much watching and twice much listening. The youngsters think they know everything. Don't know everything. Slow down. If the elders of your race can't tell the youth of your race what to do, your race in trouble.
Absolutely. I agree totally. Well,
see, my whole job is to drop isms to get people through this prism called life. That's the whole thing about it.
Isms, got it. Well, how did you get that name, Chieferony? Where did that come from?
Well, my name is Chief, you know, because I'm the head of the tribe, you know. The Roni, like macaroni, you know how they used to call themselves macaroni. Well, you mix those 2 together, and when you come up with something lovely, you miss Chief and macaroni, you come up with Chieferony. You understand what I'm saying?
There it is.
The truth about a Roni, you understand what I'm saying?
That was you singing that. Okay, I thought that was.
The truth about Chieferony, he's been around the world.
Go ahead now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have a catchy saying, and can you tell us that saying? What does it say? When they ask you, you got that knowledge? How does it go?
All bread and cheese and no baloney. I got what you need. I just don't got it on me.
Classic.
Yeah, that's my you know, my subtitle. You understand what I'm saying? We getting all that's trademarked all together as an entity, because you know you're not supposed to you can't copyright words and phrases, but you can trademark them as an entity. That's some knowledge for y'all.
That's right. So how did you get this knowledge? You seem such a wise brother. Well, where'd it come from?
Well, it comes from listening. To when you're around the old men, you listen. When you're around the old women, you listen. You will get your turn to show what you done listened and learned. You hear me? I'm gonna run that by you one more time. You'll get your turn to show what you done listened and learned.
Yes, sir. I like that.
So
I like
I
that.
get my knowledge from being the youngest in the room, which is the quietest. I'm the youngest grandchild, the youngest child. So the thing of it is I paid attention. I ain't leave my pencil and paper at home. I listened to what the old folks were saying, because old people ain't got old being no fool. You got some young fools. It's just many young humps in the ground as old humps now.
Boy, got that right. I know that you often give like motivational statements, like is it Throwback Thursdays? Way back, what do you call them on a different day?
Motivational Marvelous Monday. Or you got Truthful Tune It Up Tuesdays. You got Wonderful Woke Up Wednesdays. You got Throwback Thursdays. You got Fabulous Fantastic Fridays. You know, you got Secret Saturdays. You got Soulful Sundays, you know? And that helps you with your material. See how I set those up?
Yep.
And now you just run down and you tell the truth on Tuesday. So tell something that's truthful that they need to tighten up, that the world needs to tighten up. You know?
Can you give us an example, one of them? Go on and hit me with one of them.
Like, say for instance, if I hit you with something like money, this just a open one. I'm gonna jump off the days. I'm just gonna hit them because everybody crafty about it. Everybody scratching for money. Everybody digging for money. But nowadays it's hip to be square. Be careful of money. Young cat asked me, Chieferony, why is money so dangerous? I say, because, let me breathe on everybody here. Money is funny. It makes some people smart and turn some into dummies. It can set you free or tie you up like a mummy. You see, I know pimps who done turned to hypes. Old school hustlers, now they riding bikes and begging for change. Money turned old school hustlers into dames, dames into lames, lames back into dames again. Money can turn you special or it can make you plain, and it can turn plain back special again. Remember, get some change, but don't change. That's money.
Great. Yo, he just be dropping them jewels, man. Boy. The world needs
I do what I can do when I can do it. It's all through the grace of the Lord, man.
Right.
Put God first in everything you do, whether it's good or bad, because you got to understand the same God in the Bible, in the Quran, in the Torah, is also the game God. So what that means is no matter where you go, you reap what you sow.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a lot to take in, man. So do you mentor youth people or young people too? Or you just get this knowledge it don't matter
what I've been doing was I've been making sure, you know, that I put the best product I can in the world. Like I told the football head coach, I'm putting the best product I can on your field. My children, I'm putting the best thing out there I can. What I'm doing is I'm putting in society. Now, if somebody coming across with me, then okay, yeah, I will help them out mentally. You know, I have no problem with mentoring the young men off the football field or any young men that I come across. I done mentor young men since my youth. You see, I done been on my road, been rough. So I done been in charge of a whole lot of people's life. And I done mentored them right now. Some people come back and say, man, what you told me lasted me through my life. And that make me feel good because I'm talking about gang members. See, I come from out of that. You know, through the grace of the Lord. It's through the grace of the Lord. And masonry. A lot of people talk about, ain't masonry worshiping? Man, I don't worship no devil. Is you crazy? I'm obligated to God.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And you can tell by the fruit from my tree that I'm thinking right. So when somebody come around here talking about a black man worshiping the devil, that's kind of far-fetched. Because we ain't got time. All we ever had is God. You know,
Right.
I ain't got time for nothing else. I don't, who?
That ain't the way to go.
You spending too much time on the wrong subjects.
Yes.
Yeah, he need to be trying to teach these kids to slow down. Just because you buy a Dodge car don't mean you get a race car license. Slow down.
Right.
Quit driving so fast. Make it safe.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that these young people and older people got to watch out for, because there's a lot of traps out there. If you're not careful, you definitely can fall into them.
Yeah, you can fall into a trap easy, man. The devil, that's his job, is to mislead man all in the wrong direction.
Right.
That's what he asked God for.
Too.
He's doing a good job at it. Listen to the music nowadays, man.
Yeah.
This music is that's dang near devil worshiping. Everybody talking about killing each other and taking all types of drugs.
Yeah. It's bad out there. Let me talk to you about some current events here, since I got your ear.
Yeah.
Recently, are you familiar with the incident with Kyrie Irving and the whole Jewish thing?
Yeah, you know, I want to know what the Jews got on America that make them stand up and fight for them so hard, when here it is, the black people helped them build this country.
Yeah,
and they don't stand up and fight for us as hard as they fight for the Jews. What do the Jews got on them? That's the biggest question, because anybody say something wrong about the Jewish, boy, they're going to blackball you. Let's turn that page.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want to be blackballed.
No, we don't want to do that.
But he got to stand up for what he feel is right, because he got a platform. And like me, when you get a platform, and this is one thing why I can't say that Lil Wayne is the best rapper, because off his platform, what have he done? Thug Life was bad, what Tupac brought out. Is it heaven for a thug? No, it's not. If you go around robbing people, stealing, terrorizing women, disrespecting people, disrespecting yourself, you ain't going to the good place.
No, not even 50-50.
You got, this is a long shot for you. You better repent. Repent.
Yeah.
That's all y'all got to do.
You had mentioned that he wasn't, Lil Wayne wasn't the best rapper. Who do you think is a good rapper based off the criteria you mentioned?
As far as, now, this is going to go way, way, they not going to understand this. They not going to understand. LL Cool J. He is the only one right now got a radio station that keeps everybody relevant from the old school. And if you go through his career, anybody stepped up to battle him, he set them down.
That's
and
true.
Been saying he was the GOAT, and he been saying he was the best, and ain't nobody stepped to him, and everybody that stepped to him got set down.
That's true.
And he's still relevant.
Yes, he is. Yeah. You talk about that show he got on XM Satellite?
Yeah.
Rock the Bells.
Yeah, now he got Too Short got a show. Roxanne Shante got a show. You know, this is why KRS-One is not top 5, because Roxanne Shante gave it to him. This is for all the hip hop heads. I can give you my top 5. I got a strong top 5. I'm old school hip
hop. Give me your top 5.
Top 5 first.
I'm gonna say this real quick though. You surprised me with that LL, because he has been around, and since Crush Groove, he was doing everything he could in that movie to make it, and he got the ball and didn't stop.
There.
He came out with that what he did, I Need Love. That was one of the first rappers to make a love song. So you might be right about him being the GOAT.
Yeah, and he's still relevant, and he's got a radio station that keeps the old school hip hop relevant. Nowhere else you're gonna go on there and hear any guru. You're not gonna go hear no Public Enemy, Fight the Power. You're not gonna hear that anywhere. He even played the people that he battled on his station. So he ain't hating on nobody. Now, smart. See, you got to give him what his props when props is due if you really recognize what real hip hop truly is. Now, my top 5 is LL Cool J for his longevity.
Okay.
Number 2 is Rakim for his delivery.
Yep.
Number 3 is DMC because he wrote his part and run part. That's why he said, I write the best rhymes in New York State. Sucker MCs, Run DMC, they turned hip hop to something totally different. Took it from Curtis Blow. Then number 4 is Chuck D and Public Enemy.
Yep.
Number 5 is Jay-Z because of his, because he got $1 billion out of hip hop.
Yeah, he did.
Number 6 is Scarface. Number 7 is Ice Cube. Number 8 is KRS-One. Number 9 is Big Daddy Kane. And I'll wrap it up with, I'll give Tupac 10, but I can put 3 other people in 10. But I'll go in and get Tupac 10 and Biggie 11.
Yeah, you know, everybody have a list, and somebody always gonna say, I can't believe you didn't name this person, this person.
I didn't name Nas.
Yeah.
Because Tupac pulled a cover off a lot of these dudes before he died. This little dude named Nas think he fly like me, lied talking about he took 5 like me. I reject your deposit. He ain't come back at Tupac.
Yeah, not too many people want to mess with Pac.
Tupac shut them down. See, Jay-Z rose because his class members died. Biggie and Tupac died. They not in the top 5 because they didn't have long enough longevity. They had fire and had the potential of being GOATs, but they didn't live long enough. You got to remember, legendary mean over time. Legendary is time. A GOAT means he's the greatest of all time. Now, no, you can't be, that ain't no GOAT.
Right.
If you ain't got 25, 30 years, you can't be in GOAT conversation. You haven't done it long enough.
I do know there's one person you didn't mention, and he's from the East Coast too. Will Smith. Fresh Prince. Man,
that's different hip hop.
He changed the game. You gotta admit, man, when he got that show, everybody black came through Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Queen Latifah, Naughty by Nature, New Edition, Donald Trump.
Man,
he brought.
Let me tell you, the whole problem in a person like that is his personality. You see, his aura. You see, you can be in a gray area. You can be not white enough, and then you can be not black enough.
True. Yeah.
The thing of it is it show you in the woman how she treat him opposed to treating Tupac.
You
see, now you got a real field nigga, excuse that expression, field ninja, excuse me, everybody.
You good.
You got a real field ninja and you got a house ninja. Sometimes the house ninja might be stealing silverware so we could eat off silverware from out the house. Sometimes he ain't. And it shows you when he went up there and slapped another black man in front of all those white people that show you back then he really who we thought he was.
Wow. So you kind of think he had to do that, or he wanted to do that?
He did it because he bullied him. He did it because he know Chris Rock little. You know how little Chris Rock is.
Yeah, he's a little dude.
And look how big Will Smith played Muhammad Ali.
So I take it you lost a little respect for him because he did that.
Roles, he gonna walk up there and slap him like that and walk off. See, he couldn't do Tupac like that. It's gonna be fighting like that. He's gonna get hit with the mic stand, all that. He ain't even going up there because of the type of stuff it's gonna be.
Yeah, you're right. You're
You
right. That's
see,
a good point.
so and anytime you have another man in your room, I have to check your manhood.
Mm.
I
Well,
have two
well,
men
quite
and one woman. I don't want to be dodging nobody else's private. Watch out, man.
right.
Don't touch me with your thing.
Right, right. Well, Tupac was said to be in some situations like that too now.
Well, he thugged out, but look how he handled her. She stayed in her place with Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
With
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith, she run him over.
Well,
And you
yeah,
could
yeah.
tell it's all
He was
mixed up.
soft.
Yeah, man. So Will, he was cool, but he wasn't the type of, he had a category. He was cool in his category.
Mm-hmm.
Back then our hip hop had different categories. You got Slick Rick got a category, De La Soul got a category,
Mm-hmm.
Tribe Called Quest them is over there in that one with Poor Righteous Teachers. Then you got Easy E them. But see the difference with Easy E's hip hop, Dope Man is a story.
Right.
Yep. They telling stories. These dudes just on there talking about, I knew the perk was fake, but I took it anyway. So what if it was fentanyl?
Right. That might not turn
That's
out
not
good for
high, that's low. You see, that's
mm-hmm.
not high. That ain't high. That's low.
Yeah. Yep. So, well, you mentioned a lot of East Coast rappers. You did mention Q, but what about E40? He was a source out there. Spice One did his thing for a little bit.
Oh yeah, E40 is E40. They West Coast, but they all coming through like Cube and Dre and them. I ain't say nothing about Ice-T or King T for that, or Above the Law. They was fire.
Yep.
Or MCA,
Mm-hmm.
Spice One. The West Coast got some nice stuff out there, man.
Yes, yeah.
They got some nice, they've always had Snoop.
Yes, yeah.
Snoop is
I like
guru.
early Snoop. I didn't like Snoop when he got older. He just, to me, I just think people were just scared to battle rap him and stuff. I think he just kind of lived off the crib.
Well, you got to remember the Chronic is Snoop.
Yeah, that's
Dr.
true.
Dre ain't did nothing but rap what somebody else wrote for him. If he rapping with Eminem, he gonna sound like Eminem because Eminem wrote that. If he rapping with 50, he gonna sound like 50 because that's who wrote that. Like he was talking about, y'all must have forgot about Drake. You don't make me turn back into the old me. See, when I come up to the old me is him like that dancing.
Yeah.
We
that's the way to go.
See, I remember when it wasn't no rap music.
You're right. Yeah. But that's kind of how you do it, because that's all Quincy Jones did. He just rode everybody else's wave. So I give props to Dre for doing that.
Yeah, Dre did. Hey, Dre cold-blooded. You can't take enough. Dre got the hottest beat machine in the city. I'm saying?
Yeah,
Dre that deal.
He's good at what do. He learned this thing.
I love him, man.
So,
I got nothing but love for Dre and NWA, but sometimes don't act so hard because some of us remember who the OU is.
Right. You know what? Another point I want to add on this, since you got me thinking about this, Kanye is even though he's in the news a lot, the brother lyrically is a genius.
Hey, listen, man. Kanye, you got to remember, Einstein was considered crazy. Ben Franklin was considered crazy to be out there flying a kite in the rain with a key on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You see, they called Jesus crazy. Then crucified him when he was perfect. How you crucify somebody that ain't never did nothing?
Yeah, it's all about that purpose.
Don't listen to their statue of where they put people because they've been wrong. They let Jeffrey Dahmer go plenty of times. He eating people. You should have smelt his breath. But I'm just saying, the thing of it is they always look at us in the worst light, when here it is, I haven't seen the movie yet where the black man found a caveman who's ignorant and crawling around on his hands and knees, and we educated him. And he turned around and stabbed us in the back. Where that movie at? They keep on showing Emmett Till's. Who want to keep seeing Emmett Till? We know that was wrong what y'all did. What you trying to say? See, so with the Kanye West thing, that's a tricky situation because the Kardashians, oh my God, run down their line. We had a Wheatie box with Bruce Jenner on. I don't know who this dude is, but to each his own. But then look, Kim Kardashian been making tapes. They've been gold diggers. They've been gold diggers. All them gold diggers. So what kingdom you from and the queen is a hoe? What kingdom you from when the queen is a hoe?
Can't argue with that. Yeah. So they did have a history.
They got bad history. And yeah, the boy mama died. Imagine your mama died. You get this money, you got all this money. You kind of unstable. Then you done wrote this dude 2-3 albums who really don't want you to come out. He just wants you to keep pumping him. You know? You got to shake from under Jay-Z. You got to be yourself. You got to go outside the box because what he doing ain't been done.
Right. Yeah. You're right. That's a good point because whenever you're doing something new, people will call you crazy. You made 2 good points, man. You on a roll.
Man.
So, because Kanye outshining Jay-Z when it financially before they stripped his money down, he was
look what they hit him at.
$4 billion.
That should show you how they will do you. What you take this is all listening audience. This is showing you how the industry would do you. Look how they doing R. Kelly. Ain't nobody say nothing to Hugh Hefner.
Ooh, fire. You're right. So do you think R. Kelly was wrong? You think he did it? Because they talked about it trying to let him out.
He wrong his 4 left shoes. You know what I mean? You know that's a kid.
Right.
And you go grown man. You can make
Didn't Elvis Presley do that?
Yeah, but Elvis Presley ain't keep doing it. He married Priscilla, and that's who he was with. Wait, the boy Buddy Holly, he married that girl young, but he stayed with the one girl. R. Kelly, if he'd have stayed with Aaliyah, it wouldn't have been no problem. But he go get another one and another one and another one. He over here sending people over to the school. Hey man, you're doing too much. You should have learned. The parents too, because if one of them was my daughter, I'd have caught him and bust his head.
I think
we don't want to promote no violence, but as a father, I would have defended my child.
We understand. Yep.
Yeah.
You said he got another one. I blame DJ Khaled. That's who was encouraging him. Get another one, and another one. But you're right. You bring a good point on that too. You making a brother think. I give it to you. But
R. Kelly a genius. That don't mean he's not a musical genius.
Yeah,
musical geniuses have problems sometimes in other departments.
I think most of the time, yeah. And they talked about letting him out.
Yeah, because it's so stressful.
Oh, sorry about that technical glitch. Go ahead, brother.
We sorry about that glitch, y'all. A lesson in the future. If you see me on your phone or your computer screen, don't call me. I am live. We are live, bringing it to you raw. Bop,
there you go.
Bop, bop.
There you go.
Put the bop on the drop. You know, put some bop on the drop. Now, with the Kanye thing, you got to be very careful because it could be a ploy to get from under that stuff. Sometimes
that's
you
what
want
I
to
thought.
Under it because look what Michael Jackson, he had to get from under it. Like with his last tour when he said, "This is it," because that was the last tour he had to do. Prince changed his name to the symbol. Whitney Houston, they always try and do our superstars like this, and we know they dirty because the director calling people in there, he having sex with them. They get away with more. It's a double standard. That's what it is. And
we know that because
I want to correct people about who I am. I am Chieferony. I am a Mac. I get my own stacks. That's totally different from a pimp who depend on women and downgrade women to get his money. I'm a Mac. I get my own stack. I don't care if a chick use her mouth, her hands, her knees, or her back. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Yep.
Back to the lecture at hand.
Yeah. You had
I just want to clear
something.
that up for him.
Yeah, absolutely. You had said something interesting about the music industry and the double standards. If you want to go back to old school Sam Cooke, I believe he was murdered because he was about to start his own music company and he was taking everybody with him. And suddenly he comes up. Yeah. So I'm just saying it's double standards out there.
Wait. Hold on. Michael Jordan win 3 rings, right? He on a roll. Yep. No sign of his daddy. He tried to buy him, Walter Payton, and Oprah Winfrey tried to buy the Birds.
So then, okay,
Walter
Payton, what happened there?
Look at how Walter Payton go out so fast, so quick. He can't get no liver this sweetness.
Yeah, I'm saying, you
got Michael Jordan daddy come up missing. Look, when Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC, Enos come
his
up
son
big.
Got killed.
Yeah. See, these is real mafias and gangsters and stuff like that. These black dudes ain't the gangsters.
No, not at all. No. I'm gonna drop another jewel on you and then see if you agree with this. When all these rappers get killed all the time, I think what the Offset's the latest one that got killed, but here's my theory. I don't think it's just their friends and stuff killing them. I think it's the record companies. Because think about it. If you got a crew and you got all these crew with you, why don't I just kill you? Because you ain't got no will and I ain't got to pay nobody but you. So why not take you out and get the money on the comeback from the resale?
Hey, and now Rap-A-Lot got the new little hot dude out. It's a problem when they do it. It's all right when I do it. Fuck him. That little song there, excuse that expression.
Yeah.
That little song there, he coming out hot. And then you just hurt the Migos, who's the hottest in that genre of hip hop. What are y'all competitors, and then y'all kill one of them, they main cat? It's all type of stuff, but I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I mean?
Right,
I have to have on a Kevlar vest. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. We just acknowledging the coincidences,
No, that's pulling the cup. Hey, I'm plugged. Yeah. You might not be plugged.
Yeah. You had mentioned earlier about religion, and you talked about God. I was wondering this. I studied a lot of different religions. It seems like that. Let's just use Catholic for example. A Catholic priest.
I would never be Catholic.
Yeah, they did.
Ask me why I would never be Catholic. Ask me why I would never be Catholic.
Chieferony, why would you never be Catholic?
Well, understand one thing. When God made Adam, he made Eve for Adam. That was his helpmate. It wasn't to help him figure nothing out. They ain't have nothing to figure out. Mate mean made. So if the priests in Catholics can't have a woman and the nun can't have a man, they moving further away from what God made them to be. They can't lead you right. How can the priest tell you about your marriage? He ain't never had no wife.
Facts right there, boy.
So I can't be that because I love a woman's scent on me. I got my wife, man. I love women. I don't like no. You love one woman. Yeah, I love one woman. That was her
she
back
made it clear.
Yeah,
I heard.
Yeah, I couldn't be one of
them. Yeah, but an interesting point about the Catholics is if their minister does some nefarious act, I noticed they get to move to another parish or something like that. And
right,
really
go over there and rape them kids.
So yeah,
and then how did they find so many aborted babies behind the monastery buried?
It's another mystery.
That's
just facts out there, man. But like
facts.
I said, we ain't trying to wear
making this up.
We ain't trying to wear the Kevlar, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Recently in the news, Chieferony, we had Brittany Griner. She's back home, so, per se. Do you think it was a good swap to let the mercenary of death go to swap her out for a WNBA player? Was that a good move or bad move, Chieferony?
Hey, the mercenary of death worked for both sides.
Facts again.
He don't just look. There wasn't none. They just let him out. They just wanted to hold him to know where he at. He probably had a double wide cell.
Yeah,
cell phone, computers. I'm telling you, you never know how they living in there, man. That's why they call it club fed.
Man, yeah, you're right. He's over there doing. He didn't look like he was too sad, but well, hey, you know, hey, they do what they do, so gotta respect that. Let me hit you.
Now I got another one. Well, I think that trade. I'm just glad to see the sister get out of there because it was petty what they locked her up for. I think that was dang near ridiculous. A THC vape cartridge.
Yeah, but that's just political.
It's different if she had an 8-ball or something.
Yeah, she should have left though. They told her, "Hey, stuff going down, y'all to get out." She stayed another 2 weeks after they said, "Dip."
You know, them boy girls always be hard headed. You know, they be hard headed. I be wondering, what boy is you trying to mimic dress like that? You mocking the wrong dudes, and then how you don't like boys, but that's what you want to be. It's past me, man. Let's go on to the next. I don't want to mess with the dudes or the LGBTGTH community. I don't want to mess with them. They take it too serious and like they right.
Well, you know, in 2022, going to 2023, everything seems to be different. A boy is a girl's a boy, a cat's a dog, and kids are deciding if they want to make a sex change. Yeah, you know, that's just a sign of the time. So we know where you're at here. So we'll keep moving.
And you gotta be careful because Obama ain't do a whole lot for the black people. He did a whole lot for the gay community.
That's what I said. Everybody swear. I mean, they were so glad they got a black president in again. But
you gotta remember, he ain't all the way black. He raised by white folks. That's like being raised by wolves. He ain't one raised with his daddy and them. You know what I mean? He ain't know his black cousins. He raised by all white folks.
But he is a cool dude. You got to give him his props. He is a cool dude.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, anybody, you got to play the part. I'm telling you, man. Politics, they all actors. They act like they give a dang about you. One time of the year, they going to be at your door. The rest of the year, you can't find this Joe.
Not at all.
He's vacationing off your door.
Yeah.
Because how we sending all this money over to Ukraine? Now, okay, I understand they at war and all that, but we just left a war. We at war right here at our own. They just raided the Capitol.
Did they say they really raided, or were they just expressing themselves?
Man, let me tell you this.
You know what I'm saying?
If it was white guards in there and them was black people, you have a whole lot of more people shot. You've been programmed not to shoot white people. See, the older generation been programmed not to shoot white people. They so afraid of this young generation because this young generation don't care nothing about your color.
That's right. You're right on that. So, it's just unfortunate that things have to happen like this, man, you know, but I think we're kind of used to it. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna say that question for later. I'm gonna say that to the next round because we're almost done. All
right.
One last question in this round I want to ask you about. Deion Sanders was at Jackson State University. And I've been to Jackson State a couple of times, checked it out. Very small school. Looks like they're underfunded. Didn't have the best of everything. They got a Hall of Famer to come be their coach. And then this man decides he wants to leave and go for the money. Was he wrong?
No. You want me to tell you why you can't say he's wrong?
Tell me why.
Let me tell you, the first law of nature is self-preservation. So by all means necessary, one must preserve itself. Deion's whole reason as a high school football player was to make it to the pros so he ain't pro no more. So his whole thing of being here, he is the best cornerback ever to put on that outfit. And he's a good coach and motivational speaker, and you getting it from a winner. But he this way so he can get paid.
Right.
Listen, now you coming from $300,000, of which he took a pay cut to build a facility up because he know what facility you need. He can't keep giving you a fish. He giving you a fishing rod. Now go fish.
Right.
You can't get mad about growth. And he started 300,000. Now 300,000 to 5 million, that's a heck of a jump.
It sure is. Yeah.
That ain't just 300,000 to 1 million. That's to 5 million. Wait till when he get his money right, how much he can really help them. We already see he's willing to help with his money because he just took a pay cut down there to help build a facility.
Yep.
Ain't there another coach they had did that? Ain't there another person they had took a pay cut? Now you want them to keep taking pay cuts? That's what's wrong with Black folks. Get up and do it yourself. Quit looking for somebody else to do it for you. Shit, you can do the same thing Dion did.
Yep. I agree.
Get off your mama's titties. That's why these young boys target women so much, because their mamas just spoiled them up. So it's natural instinct to look for women as a come up. I can't stand it when I see somebody begging a woman and he a young man with an able body and all these jobs out here. Right. Cut your hair, comb your hair, brush your teeth, wash your face, go get a job and get yourself in a better position and respect yourself.
Yes.
That's straight from Chieferony. That's what Chieferony all about. All this here swinging the ism is all cool and all that, but stand up and be a man and don't run around here playing house. Quit having babies by them girls without marrying them.
Yeah, you're right. That's what Chieferony about, and that's the message these young people need to hear, and some older people too. It's not just them. So
these old
anybody
cats
doing wrong,
go sit down somewhere. Here it is. Wait a minute. I want to say something about people that's my age. Chieferony be 52. December 28th.
Young man.
Check this out. Here it is. You didn't hold yourself out all your young life. Now you get to be an old and woe out. Now I want a man to do. You didn't care about yourself. And men, if you don't have a mate, can you really be a friend? Do you really know how to share? Do you really have consideration? Then what's wrong with you? All these women and these lesser men and you single? Strengthen up yourself. Tighten up your game. And if your name messed up, tighten up your name. Stop moving around. Tighten up and stay in your lane. You're thinking wrong, man. You need to tighten up your brain. Chieferony, the one and only.
There you go. Heard it phrase from the man. Chieferony, let me go into the second part of this show right quick where I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions.
All right, let's do it.
You definitely given us some jewels to think about so far. So we're going to go and tap your mind just a little bit more if you don't mind.
All right, buckle up.
All right. First question. Did OJ really do it?
Nope, his partner did.
You think AC did it?
Nope, somebody else. I don't know, but OJ was there. He ain't did it though.
He ain't say nothing though, did he?
No, he ain't say nothing. That's what got him off. He shut up.
Right. Yeah, that's the best thing you could do in a situation.
Loose
like
lips,
you said.
sink ships.
There you go. I think Tupac said that, didn't
he? Yeah. A lot of my mama and them said that. Tupac ain't getting that credit.
What's the best advice you've ever received, Chieferony? The best advice somebody gave you?
Put God first.
Okay. I like that.
That was the best thing ever happened. Putting God first. He ordered your steps for that.
Yep. Next question. MJ or LeBron?
Michael Jordan, is you crazy?
Ooh, that's a tough one now. You know LeBron
you asked me,
every
to ask me to jump in it. Ask me. LeBron, my number 2 best player in the world. I love them both.
So what makes MJ better?
What makes
Yeah, I seen
MJ
them
better
both.
is
Yeah.
how he intimidate other people like Mike Tyson did when he got in the ring. The
Good
person
point.
across the ring already lost. See, the reason why Michael Jordan don't got a lot of buzzer beaters because he didn't go to the buzzer. He's six
Oh
and
my
two.
goodness.
He gets you out of there. Michael Jordan
Mhm.
changed basketball. Yeah, Detroit tightened him up and taught him and whooped on him. But
Mhm.
once he got to the mountaintop, he ain't come down. Now, when he went to the Wizards, that was on some trying to own a franchise. He was
They
an
played him.
owner and a player. Because look at the
Yeah.
outcome. He owned his own team.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
see,
Mhm.
now you got to remember it took them killing his daddy for him to quit them 2 years. And the
Right.
difference between Mike and Jordan is the difference between LeBron and Jordan is this. Now, LeBron is the best 3 ever to play the game. Mike, the best 2 to ever to play the game. But he close. Michael Jordan play you. He shut you down while he boosts his scoring up.
Mm-hmm.
He do it to everybody. Clyde Drexler. People talking about, but that was only Dan Marley. That year, Dan Marley was the coldest shooter in the NBA.
Yep.
Michael Jordan
Sure
made
was.
him look stupid. Then you got to remember, look at the whips Michael Jordan sent home. Sean Kemp, Detlef Shrimp, Gary Payton, Nate McMillan, Kevin Duckworth. You got Clyde Drexler, Terry Porter, Buck Williams, Jerome Kersey, Cliff Robinson, the best 6 man off the bench. He the first dude to sweep Detroit. So if they've been whooping you, the best way to get them back is to sweep them.
Right. You can't ignore the fact that
don't shut his man down. Too many people eat on his watch.
That's true. But you got to admit, Jordan had Pippen.
Listen, Pippen, Jordan, I was at Hoops, and I done watched Jordan train Pippen. Pippen ain't come from no D1 college. He wasn't super cold all like that.
No, he wasn't.
Jordan turned Pippen into that.
That's true. I give you that.
Into that. I watched him transform Pippen into a Doberman defense. Why you think Pippen got all the rebounds? Because Mike doing all the shooting. Go get a board. Of course, Pippen gonna have assists. Throw it to Mike. Of course.
So,
of course, he gonna have steals. Because Mike gonna stop him from going here. When he changed position, Pippen, you steal it.
Yeah, Rodman helped out too. Now
Rodman came with his own. He didn't need to be trained to be the best rebounder. He get 20 rebounds in the night.
Yeah, I give Michael Jordan props for that because Pippen didn't want him. Jordan said, "No, bring him over here. Let me talk to him." And he's like, "Hey, you do what you do outside."
You know why Pippen didn't like him? Because he pumped Pippen for so long.
Yeah.
At Detroit, you remember Pippen in the game 7? Pippen told me, I got a headache. Ain't nothing. Now you gonna tell me this dude's super? Yeah. Remember? Come on. See, these youngsters don't remember that.
Yeah.
See, if y'all think they was hard on Jordan, they was really punking Pippen out.
Yeah, Pippen he had headaches and everything.
Man, he putting up 6 points in a game. Come on, Pippen.
Well, I hate to ask you this question, but best team of all time, is it the Warriors or is it the Bulls? 72-10 Bulls or the 73-9 Warriors?
I'm gonna take the Bulls because the NBA was so different then than now. Yeah. See, back then you got Karl Malone giving Isaiah Thomas 45 stitches.
Let him.
Go sit down, boy. Don't come down here with the big boys. It was no layups. And then Golden State don't do nothing but shoot. The 3-pointer.
That's true.
You ain't going down there punching it into the big man, running no triangle offense, cutting through, going to the cup, take a hard foul and one. No, you standing out there shooting jumpers.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody.
But you know the game changed.
How you can defend somebody that shoot at half court?
I don't think Steph Curry's one of the greatest point guards, but I know a lot of people do. I think I appreciate what he does do, but if you sent Steph Curry to Indiana, you never hear from him again. So I'm saying that's one thing I like about LeBron. He won on 3 different teams. That's why.
Yeah, LeBron is number 2. He number 2 right behind. To say LeBron is number 2, I'm putting him before Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I'm putting him before Kobe Bryant. I'm putting him before James Worthy, Magic Johnson, Tim Duncan, Shaq. Look who we putting them in front of.
Yes. Yeah.
We putting them in front of George Gervin, Moses Malone, Karl Malone,
Yeah.
Eddie Malone.
Some big shoes. Definitely some big shoes.
LeBron, to say he is the number 2 right behind Mike, that's putting him before Barkley, Patrick Ewing,
Yeah.
David Robinson, all the big boys. Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Larry Bird.
Yes.
We putting them before a whole lot of people. Dwayne Wade, you remember that? It ain't
Flash.
never been no time when nobody was, remember when they was comparing Clyde Drexler to Michael Jordan, and they say number 2 is closer to 3 and 4 than they is to number 1.
They got that right.
I
think for me, my top 3 has got to be like this. Number 1, Wilt Chamberlain. Number 2, LeBron. 3, Jordan. That's just me, because Wilt was jumping his arm
around.
Yeah, this is rotate him in there. Yeah, just 3. I think a lot of young people don't understand what Wilt did. They just don't understand. This man, he was jumping above the backboard, hand above the backboard, blocking shots. I'm just like, this is unreal, Nick. Wow. But okay.
Now, let me tell you why I say Mike the best out of them 3.
Go ahead. What you got?
He the smallest in the game of basketball. He brought the game from big men back to little men. And he go in there and dunk on anybody.
That's true. That was his thing.
And he won the MVP and the scoring title and the defensive player of the year. That means he
dunk
championship
too.
Yeah, and the champion, and he 3-peated not once, twice.
Yeah, you're right. You make valid points.
With Luke Longley.
2 coconuts.
Wait, with Bill Winnington, Stacey King, and Scott Williams.
Well,
DJ Armstrong got a ring.
You opening another door with that comment. Now you got to understand when LeBron went to the
that's
Golden State that time.
That's what beat them. But all 3 of them do that though. Will Chamberlain do that too.
Yeah,
Will still do that too.
They had to have a strong back because they
carry a team. They carry a team.
Yeah.
LeBron carry a team, but listen. Imagine if you would have put Shaq and Mike on the same team.
It'd been over.
Because LeBron had Dwayne Wade.
Because you basically had Shaq and Michael with Kobe, but the thing about Mike and Kobe is they're not good teammates. They're good players. But
now, what made Kobe so great? He was trying to be like Mike.
Yeah, he was, and I think his work ethic was his thing. Was he
after
didn't respect
Michael
the players because
Mike had 1% body fat.
You're right. Because Kobe would say he didn't respect people because he's there 2 hours before practice. He's there 2 hours after practice. The other people come in and right before practice starts. As soon as over they out. Kobe's like, I can't respect you because you're not respecting the game.
And you know where you get that from? When Michael Jordan say when he first started, they was in there smoking squares in the locker room, snorting cocaine, doing everything in the locker room. He had to clean up the sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and a lot of people.
Yeah, I can respect him.
But you got to respect
making me a Jordan fan
and
again,
Michael Jordan.
Yes, and plus I like the thing I like about Mike and LeBron too is they move behind the scenes without bumping their gum.
To me, off the court, LeBron James is better than Mike off the court.
True. Yeah, he's not afraid of the politics.
On the court, Mike, they hush Mike up with his daddy, man. They cut off when you kill somebody, take somebody's main source of support. That's a hard thing. That's like losing a mama when your daddy raised you. You know?
Yeah, and him and his dad was tight.
That's who raised him. That's who raised him.
Yeah.
You see, and that's what daddies and the world got to understand. We are so out of whack with our Black families because the authority, the men don't know who they is. Please, Black men, read the book of Enoch, go and study who you are, look for God, find out who you is as a man, read the angelic books, because the angels got to tell you about a Black man. Can't nobody else tell you about a Black man because that's when he was pure. That's when he was perfect.
Okay.
You see,
Well,
so you got to read those books.
well, I guess whatever you do, stay away from that movie Kyrie looked at then. So we don't want to go
Yeah,
around there.
stay away. Hey, don't. Hey,
All right.
sometimes the rich guys get too much access and get the wrong material.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
they need. I need to
I
have a
don't know
meeting with
about the book.
all them dudes so I
Yeah,
can talk to
I don't know
them.
what the book said. I was just playing. I
Yeah.
don't want nobody coming after me. Let me move on to the next topic because you got me on basketball. Which one would you could sit down with one of these brothers? Which one is it gonna be? Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
Who you said?
Malcolm X or Martin Luther King? Which one you want to have dinner with?
Malcolm X. Ask me why.
Chieferony, why Malcolm X?
Because young cat, Malcolm X, he gonna tell you outside of the box. Martin Luther King gonna keep you inside of the box. Because the Bible is incomplete. If you Google missing books out the Bible, if one book come up, that means it's incomplete. If it's incomplete, that means it's inaccurate. So if it's a map, basic instructions before leaving Earth or basic instructions before life ends, and it's missing books, you ain't gonna make it. If I give you a map and take 15 landmarks off of it, you're gonna be lost. So Martin Luther King reading the same book. That's losing people. Malcolm X, he stayed in his thing, seen something wrong, then stepped outside of it because it was wrong, and he got killed for that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
See, they got killed for different things.
Yeah.
See, Jesse Jackson had some. I ain't gonna leave that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I just researched it. I know
it's
exactly what
some,
you're gonna say.
It's some backup footage and some stuff about Jesse Jackson with Martin Luther King, and we already know how he feel about blacks in authority over him, how he talked about Obama. So we know what kind of cat he is. We know he'll smile in your face and have daggers in your back. So we don't know what. See, that's because they come out that thing there. That see, even though the Muslims killed Malcolm X too, but that's because Malcolm X was stepping away from that. You know, he was stepping outside. And he wanted to teach the purity of it. He didn't want to teach the chaos.
Yeah. He went to Mecca and saw something different.
Yeah, he saw something different.
I want to touch on that Jesse Jackson point. Do you know about why Jesse Jackson didn't wear a necktie today that Martin Luther King got killed?
That's what they say, that the person
you know.
Yeah, see, I heard that. See, when you got something that can make a clause in it, then you got a pause in it. You see,
right?
You see, you got to pause. You got to hold up. Now we know he dirty how he talked about Obama. Obama ain't did nothing to nobody. Did best he could do. You know what I'm saying? Under the situation. It was a little more love around the country when Obama was in office, for sure.
For us anyway.
Yeah, for us anyway. And I want to say one other thing when about all lives matter, right?
Oh, go ahead.
All lives matter. The reason why we say Black lives matter, because it seems like the Black lives are the only ones being assassinated by the police. All lives matter, but the Black ones are getting killed. So we are saying that to remind y'all that Black lives matter too. Not saying that y'all's don't. We saying that ours matter too. The TOO meaning more than also. I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that public announcement in there.
I want to piggyback off that. It's two things you brought to mind. Number one, when you said all lives matter, I agree with that too. And I think when people came out saying all lives matter, the other side came out saying, well, ours matter too. But if my house is on fire and I'm saying, hey, my house is burning, and then you come out and say, well, my house ain't burning, but my house is important too. It's not the priority right there.
Right. It's so because ours is getting assassinated and killed. Right. That's why we get our chant Black Lives Matter is a reminder to all the lives that, hey, ours matter too.
Yeah. And I think people know that they're trying to throw you off. It's
Yeah.
the political game they play on that, because I think Paul Mooney said it best. You have to have a protection for the complexion to get protection, or something like he
Yeah, that's
said.
been happening like that.
Yeah.
You know,
And
see,
yep.
and
And
that's
you
the
had made
thing.
a point too about Little Wayne. Little Wayne said that there's no prejudice in the world. He's never seen it. I thought that was interesting. He said there's
You know
no
what?
racism in the world.
Listen, New Orleans, and don't get me wrong. Um, you listed um some parts of New Orleans. Now you got some people in New Orleans that's geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you got something that's super smart, you got something that's super dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now, the thing of it is his body marked up like the subway in Harlem.
Yeah.
Now, you picture the subway in Harlem, the first thing come to your mind is the smell of piss.
Mm.
You see, so don't take that as that's a cold lyric. No, you don't want your body marked up. The graffiti in Harlem is a mess.
True.
And who want their face looking like the detention center desk that everybody scribbled on? That's how face all his tattoos look like, the top of that detention center desk that everybody scribbled on.
Mm-hmm.
We had enough with Tupac misleading that youth. Now they continuously misleading the youth, and they not even letting positive hip hop come out.
No, not at all. Not at
Why?
all.
Why?
You got to
Because
wear the dress.
the devil is a musician. People don't, you got to understand who your enemy is. The devil is a musician. So he uses music and song to mislead you. Like the trap house. That's exactly what the trap house is. It gets you trapped and sent into a cage. Now, how good is you then? That's why the women, that's why I don't understand for a heterosexual man to be single, because so many men have been trapped by the trap house.
Mm-hmm.
And then gone over to the LGBT community. You should easily be able to find you a mate.
Yeah. They don't want to mess with the LGTP, ESPN, whatever they call.
Yeah.
But Chieferony, I've enjoyed talking to you today, man. But I don't kept you too long. But let me go ahead and close the show out. But is there anything you want to clear up before we wrap this show up? Anything you wanted to make sure that you were clear on with the people that maybe I missed with you?
Well, first I want to tell y'all to go follow me.
Yes.
On TikTok at Chief Don't Do It, on Facebook at Marlon Thompson Chief, and on Instagram at Chief Don't Do It. Mm-hmm. Type in Chieferony, I should pop up like that Jack in the Box. Yeah, just like that. The thing of it is, what I want them to understand today is try and be better tomorrow. Treat people better. Jesus wanted you to love ye one another. Ain't nothing wrong with Christ. Ain't nothing wrong with Esau. Look, people say, well, ain't no Jesus. Man, listen, I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Mm-hmm. I still kept God first. The Most High is always number one. Keep God first, and he'll order your steps. Read Proverbs 16 if you ever need some clarification on who you is and what God will do for you. Mm-hmm. Just know that Chieferony love the Lord. And y'all too, so I ain't gonna tell you no lies, because y'all ain't worth my soul. You see what I'm saying? Me lying to you is a jeopardy of my soul, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna drop these real isms to get you through this prism. And on that, Chieferony, the one and only, I'm all good with that podcast. I'm all good with this here. If you need it back, let me know.
That's right. I definitely have you back, because I'm gonna have a show. We're gonna talk about some social issues I think you'd be great on. But before we get out of here, I just want to say this. I did appreciate you taking time out to share the knowledge with us today. And even though we had some fun, you dropped a lot of truths there. And it's important that Black men can get together and talk like this. So I have respect for you, brother. If you wouldn't mind, would you leave us with one of your jewels before we close out the show? Just give me something that we can just marinate on until we meet again.
Okay, well, let me get one out here for y'all. Hold up, don't nobody go nowhere too fast. See, I write all my stuff down. This is like a Bible. You see me going through this Bible here?
Take your time.
This one here is called, no, I'm not gonna give you that one. We on a, I gotta remember that we are on a PG page, you know.
Keep it clean.
I have to put some stuff up.
I'm gonna just say this while you're looking for that one. I appreciate another thing you said. You said a lot of people are out there trying to read about history, but you out here making history. I had to write that one down. Mm-hmm. And you write all this yourself? All this is all coming from you?
All this is written by me, man. I don't get nothing from nobody else or nothing. Now, this was about a guy. No, I'm not gonna do that. This was about that was about a person who really questioned my masonry and said a lot of foul stuff about Masons and stuff like that. When if I worship the devil, then don't get on my page. Mm-hmm. If you feel I'm a devil worshiper, you shouldn't have no conversation with me. Yeah, because I don't worship no devil. He my enemy. Mm-hmm. I got something for him. He better duck it. You know.
Yeah, people don't know things, and people form opinions off what they don't know. So we know how that goes.
Right. Now, here goes something right here.
Okay.
This is for when you laying there and you don't want to get up and you don't want to mess around with nobody on the day, you know, and you just don't feel like moving. This is to motivate you. While you're laying in the bed, play this song in your head. The best part of waking up, you get to build your bankroll up. Now, you got money on your mind. Real is the grind. Guess what time it is? It's one more time. Like the Gap Band, we got to get on up. It might be early in the morning. It might be late at night. Don't miss the bus and don't miss the flight. Keep your mind tight. Treat your people right, and you will be out of sight. Take it from Chieferony, all bread and cheese and no bologna. Treat your people right. Treat your people right. Don't lie to them. Don't trick them. Don't steal them. Don't steal their names. Don't run their name in the mud. Pick them up. If you ain't got nothing nice to say to people, be quiet. Walk it off.
There you go.
Hammer tail.
Yes, sir. And what's your famous phrase again?
All bread and cheese and no bologna. I got what you need. I just don't got it on me. Chieferony, baby, the one and only. Look out for the margs and look out for the phonies.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for listening. Peace. All right.